each other. Speaker, during the summer, just like perhaps all members, I obviously spend a lot of time in my community. One of the things that I always have done is knock on doors during the summer months and talk to as many constituents of mine and ask them a very simple question: how can I help you? What are the kind of issues that are of concern to you? And it will not come as a surprise to any member, and I've been hearing this from members from all sides of the House, that cost of living, the rate of inflation is a big concern for everyone. But I also, Speaker, for example, heard about the need for affordable childcare. There were so many parents I spoke to who asked me the question, okay, when is the $10 a day childcare is coming to our community, in our community that I represent right here in Ottawa Centre? And it was very important conversations, because parents told me again and again that they just cannot wait for that program to be fully implemented, because it is going to save them thousands of dollars, especially if you've got more than one child. This is a tremendous saving, not to mention an opportunity for young children to socialize and take part in play-based learning. You coupled with that with full-day kindergarten that exists in Ontario for 4- and 5-year-olds, this is a really a game-changing moment for children to thrive, and for parents to, of course, be fully involved in the well-being of our economy as well, by getting good jobs where they can grow their professions. But the savings are in thousands of dollars for parents, and they are quite excited for the fact that that this federal government under our Prime Minister have finally brought in a national childcare system and early learning system across the country. However, Speaker, that's one measure that is going to help people with cost of living. We need to make sure that as this inflation continues, and we're starting to see it abating, we're starting to see it coming down. Inflation rate in Canada is perhaps one of the lowest to our comparable G7 countries. Regardless of that, we still need to take steps, we still need to take measures to find targeted reliefs for those who are the most marginalized in our society. People who are on low income, single mothers who are working extremely hard every day, and I meet many people like that in my community of Ottawa Centre, to ensure that they've got some targeted temporary relief so that they can live through this particular period. And that's why this particular legislation, Bill C-30, is so important. We know that the inflation is a global in nature. There are many factors that have gone into that's caused this inflation, and this Canada is not immune to it. Of course, the pandemic has a big role to play. You've heard from other members, the unjustified, unwarranted war by Russia on Ukraine is another big reason that has caused this inflation. But we need to, of course, find made in Canada solution to help people. And that's why, as I said earlier, C-30 and C-31, both those particular bills are so important, because they are providing for those targeted reliefs for individuals. In this particular case, under C-30, we are doubling the GST tax credit for individuals and for families who qualified for 6 months. That's real relief that is going to deliver about $2.5 billion in additional support to roughly 11 million Canadians. That's a very significant number of people that's going to benefit. Just to give you an idea, that if this legislation passes, and I hope all members would support this legislation as I intend to do so, that from the period of July 2022 through June of 2023 benefit year, eligible people can receive up to $467 for singles without children, $612 for married or common law partners, $612 for single parents, and $161 for each child under the age of 19. That is, Madam Speaker, is quite a significant additional contribution to those individuals, so that they can work through this inflationary period And of course, as we're starting to see from economic indicators that inflation rate is starting to abate, and hopefully that will continue to happen. But we're not stopping there, Madam Speaker. We are also providing for a one-time rent supplement of about $500, again, to those who qualify for that kind of support, to ensure that they are able to pay for that extra cost that they may be facing, so that they are not at risk for homelessness. That is an important priority for our government, to ensure that people have access to affordable housing, and that particular support is going to be of significant benefit to that. But lastly, a program, an initiative, which is also much needed, very similar to creating a national child care program, is what we're doing in terms of creating a dental program for young people, to again make sure that young individuals, young Canadians can have access to good dental care. It is essential to their health, and by providing the support for those who are making, I believe it's $90,000 or less, they are able to get those dental care and be able to stay healthy. This is going to be yet another meaningful savings for individuals. Not only that, it allows for them to live healthier lives. Speaker, you can really see a theme. Thank you. You can really see a theme that the supports that we are providing are targeted, are focusing on people who need the help or the support the most. But it also has a huge benefit, whether it is getting good child care or improving your health, or making sure that you do not become homeless. This is going to help our economy. This is going to help all Canadians, because our number one job as this government, and my focus as a member of Parliament for Ottawa Centre, is to help build an economy that works for all Canadians. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.